Saw Matrix 4, Christmas Eve. Look at my face right now. I look like Two-Face. So, I just want to say, short story. Last 5 minutes of the movie. Me and my brother are watching. We turn around because this noisy-ass family sits behind us with a bunch of food and talking kids. This little girl says, "This isn't Spider-Man." And she says, "Shut up. Yes, it is." And then they're sitting there for 5 minutes having a conversation. And we shushed them several times. It's the last 5 minutes of the movie with a big thing happening. And then they realized it wasn't Spider-Man. And they got up and left. And it was like, oh my God, the last 5 minutes I spent listening to this family. Sad. Anyways, like, subscribe. And here's my review. So, did I like this movie? Kind of. Not really. I'm very middle ground. There are things I like, things I didn't like, and it pretty much evened itself out to be a big old mediocre movie. So, positives. I love the new ideas. They had no spoilers, but they had some very original take to go about it. And I respect them for it. I respect Lana Wachowski for going about it in a very new way. They even make a joke about making original stuff. And I was like, okay, so this is a very new way to go about it. And I respected the idea. And I respected a lot of the ideas. Morpheus in this movie, the idea of Morpheus, no spoilers, how he's presented, why he's there, is very cool. I give a thumbs up for the ideas. They have a few other ideas explaining things at the end of Matrix 3. Explaining the future of Zion. You remember the city, the lost city? The city under the world and Earth's core with all the humans. So why they're there and how the world looks now and certain new elements of the world, I respect the ideas. The ideas are big thumbs up. The end had some cool action moments. Their beginning had some good action moments. The looks of the characters, I like Jessica Henwick, I like Morpheus. And that's where the likes end. So the dislikes, they tried this new original idea. Is the execution of the ideas are really bad. I like the ideas and I respect them for going an original route, unique. But it was trying to make fun of the concept of this movie even existing in a way. And the whole idea is to be original, but in their originality, they got so twisted up that it ended up being a reboot, I think unintentionally. They also had new ideas because their villains, I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, so I guess I'm not going to say it, but their villains are not good, in my opinion. And the story is not compelling enough to me to warrant a movie. It almost warrants like a sequence in a movie. But at the end of it, I was like, that felt very uneventful. Like I felt like it just, as a sequel, the previous films one-upped their purpose comparatively. So I think this movie is better than the third one. I don't think it's better than the second one. So to me, it's the first Matrix is a masterpiece, one of the greatest films ever made. The second one is mediocre, but it has some amazing fight scenes and highway sequence. This one and the fourth one. Because this one has way better ideas than the second one. The second one has no ideas. No good ideas in the second one. But the second one executed its mediocre ideas in a great way for the most part, even though it did everything way too long and drawn out. And this one did all of its good ideas just clunky and bad. The action sequences are bad in this movie. The cinematographer, I'm pretty sure it's a different one. They had a different fight choreographer, and I was like, everything was so choppy. The frame rate was weird. It was making me dizzy. So the action isn't good. Even though I enjoyed some things, the fights are not good. And that's what Matrix is a kung fu sci-fi dystopian future movie. And yeah. Also, Lana Wachowski is trying to make a point in this movie. A political point. And I understand that the original Matrix is about capitalism. You know, the agents are kind of like the IRS. And it's about big power squashing the little guy. They stated it has some transgender message, about identifying as who you truly are. I understand they're both trans. This movie beats you over the head with the trans message, like so on the nose. It also beats you over the head with another message that is kind of spoils how they approach this movie, and just beats you over the head with it. And then it beats you over the head with a sexism message that is just so ridiculous. I hate sexism the way Hollywood portrays it, because every time someone is sexist, they're never sexist like people in real life are sexist, or racist like people in real life are racist. In real life, it's more subtle. It's more nuanced. No one's just going, "Hey, bitch." It's very rare when you find these cartoon sexists in real life. They're normally a lot more subtle ways of being sexist. And in movies, they're always very cartoony in their bullying of women. And there was some lines towards the end that I was just like, who talks like this? There was a lot of lines in this movie. I was like, who the hell talks like this? So, overall, I thought it was mediocre. Great ideas. Poor execution of ideas. The story wasn't compelling enough to me to warrant a sequel. I don't think the director wanted to make a sequel. I think when you watch it, you're going to figure that out. With a lot of things that are said in this movie, you're going to be like, you didn't want to make this movie. And by the end, the themes of the movie are beating you over the head. And the acting is ridiculous. I think Keanu Reeves, I know Keanu Reeves isn't some masterclass actor. He's a very himself actor. But he was a block of wood like I've never seen. I was like, is it going to tell me Keanu Reeves is a robot? Because he might as well be. Carrie-Anne Moss is a robot, and I've seen her great acting in Jessica Jones. The guy who plays... Both the villains are just hammy. I understand Agent Smith is hammy, but he's hammy in a great way. This guy's hammy in a bad way. Jessica Henwick, the new Morpheus was fine. I don't like his dialogue, but I liked how he looked. I liked his outfits. Jessica Henwick was the only one giving a good performance to me in this movie, but I didn't get enough of her. Like, she wasn't as focused as I wanted her to be. So overall, I thought this was a very clunky, mediocre film, and I doubt there's going to be a sequel, because I feel like this movie's not going to get the reviews or the money to warrant the sequel. But then again, needed a third one, so you never know. Hollywood has no ideas. It's creatively bankrupt. So that's my review. Give this movie like a C, rating out of 5. I'll give it a 2.5. What do you think of The Matrix? I think more people dislike it than like it so far. It's going to be very divisive. What do you think about the themes that they're hitting you over the head with? Do you think they went too far? Just what they're saying is kind of like, Jesus, I get it. Oh, on the nose like hell.